I'm going to show you how I use the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in a studio environment. We're going to work with natural sunlight. So I usually shoot during the daytime because of the natural light that I'm getting. There are huge white buildings on this side of me that are acting like a natural bounce card. So I'm always getting plenty of light from this window. Yes, as we get closer to dusk, it gets a little harder. Okay, so this is at dusk and I'm only using the natural light. On the D-Log-M profile, ISO is at 400. The next light that I'm using is the Cello 2 light. And now with that light, there's a honeycomb grid. There's also barn doors. There's a diffusion. So that's with the Cello 2 light on. And I've definitely opened up more information. Let's turn this light off again and see. Okay, so that's off. This is the setup that I would use at this time of day. We're going to take it now to a nighttime studio setup where I need lights. This is without any diffusion. This is with the softbox diffusion. And this is with the honeycomb diffusion. The light that's lighting me is set to 5,000 Kelvin. That light back there is at 32. If I want to fill in here, I could use something like this Aperture MC. Back there, if I want to add a little bit more dimension to this scene. Now I have the Aperture MC set to 3200 Kelvin, which should match this. So now my entire background should be warmer. If I wanted this to be super dramatic, I could move, I have the light closer to my right-hand side right now. The Aperture MC light is at 20%, just to give enough of a little bit of a fill in the background, and the incidental is still on. So here's one way to get low light, dramatic lighting. I'm using the Cello 2 with a diffusion box on it, an incidental lamp, and the Amaran MC. Could put this over here to add a little bit more fill to my face. This is without the fill light, and then this is with. The biggest light that I have is the Amaran 200X. This setup is a little bit of a bigger light. It's the mini dome with a honeycomb grid on it. All I'm going to do is flip this Amaran light on next to me to add a little bit of fill. What I like about this is it's giving me a good hair light, a good rim light, and if I move to the side, you can see the Cello 2 lighting the back wall behind me, just to give it a little bit of separation. If I turn that off, it'll look like this, which could work. It's maybe the blue light is a little distracting. It doesn't have to be blue. It could be a specific color. These two lights are set at 5,000 Kelvin. The background is set to 3,200 Kelvin. If I match the color of the background light to these lights, let's see what happens. So now all the lights are set to 5,000 Kelvin. This lighting is so distracting while this is so bright that you would almost want to have a full light on you and just light up the whole room. In this case, I think having a little bit of color separation between yourself and the background is what's most helpful. Another look that people will try to go for is to have the background completely blacked out. In order to get that, you're going to need a bigger room or a bigger boat so that the spill does not hit the back wall. Okay, so behind me is the living room. So this is just a one light setup. It's the dome light above me on an angle. The point is to show you what this camera can do, what it's capable of, providing that you throw enough light at it. You set things properly in camera so that you don't get too grainy of a picture, too choppy of a frame rate, and you can get a nice image to work with. If that's what's cinematic to you, then this camera is definitely capable of it.